Have you ever wondered how Nike, with its iconic swoosh, became one of the most recognized and valuable brands in the world? In this video, we're diving deep into the story and strategy behind the billion-dollar empire that not only revolutionized the sneaker industry but also shaped global culture. From its humble beginnings to its dominant market position, Nike's journey is one of inspiration, intrigue, and, in many cases, breaking conventions. Let's uncover how this giant turned a simple accessory into a symbol of status and identity. First steps, the origins of Nike. Nike's story starts modestly, but with a grand vision. Phil Knight, a young middle-distance runner, wasn't satisfied with the shoes available on the market. He believed he could do better, that athletes deserved shoes that not only supported their strides but also enhanced their performance. His coach, Bill Bowerman, shared this vision, but with a practical, experimental approach. Together, they formed a partnership that initially seemed simple: import quality shoes from Japan and sell them in the United States. This venture, called Blue Ribbon Sports, began as a nearly artisanal operation. Knight and Bowerman sold shoes directly to runners, attending meets and sports events. However, the real turning point came when their relationship with the Japanese supplier soured, forcing them to make a critical decision: create their own brand. In 1971, they launched Nike, named after the Greek goddess of victory. But a brand needs more than just a name, it needs a symbol that captures its essence. Enter Carolyn Davidson, a graphic design student who, in a burst of creativity, drew what would become the swoosh, a simple yet powerful logo. It symbolized movement, speed, and, most importantly, the ambition to win. Nike's early years were marked by challenges, but also by relentless energy. The combination of Knight's vision with Bowerman's technical innovation laid a solid foundation. But Nike still had to prove to the world that it was more than just another new brand. It needed to stand out in a highly competitive market. And that's where innovation and marketing came into play as the keys to success. Innovation and marketing, the keys to success. What truly sets Nike apart from other shoe brands is its obsession with innovation and its ability to tell powerful stories. From the beginning, Bill Bowerman wasn't content with just making shoes, he wanted to redefine what a shoe could be. He experimented with different materials, like waffle rubber, which led to the revolutionary design of the Nike Waffle Trainer. This innovation not only provided better traction but also made runners around the world embrace the product immediately. But Nike knew that innovation alone wasn't enough. It needed to communicate these innovations in a way that captured the public's imagination. This is where Nike began to explore the power of stories and celebrities. In 1984, Nike took a bold gamble by signing a contract with Michael Jordan, a young basketball player who was about to enter the NBA. This move was risky, but Nike saw in Jordan not just an athlete, but a potential icon. The launch of the Air Jordan line was a game-changer. The shoes weren't just a product, they were an extension of Jordan's identity, symbolizing excellence, audacity, and style. The advertising campaign that accompanied the launch was equally iconic, using the slogan, "It's gotta be the shoes," to suggest that Jordan's success was closely tied to what he wore. This approach forever changed the marketing of sports products. Nike wasn't just selling shoes, it was selling a lifestyle, an aspiration. And this resonated with millions of people around the world, transforming Nike into a cultural brand, not just a sports brand. Global expansion and cultural impact. With its success in the United States, Nike had the foundation to expand its operations globally. But rather than simply replicating its formula for success, the company adopted a more sophisticated approach, sensitive to local cultures. Nike knew that to become a truly global brand, it needed to adapt its campaigns and products to the cultural nuances of each market, while still maintaining the essence of its identity. In Europe, for example, Nike sponsored football clubs and elite players, creating campaigns that connected the passion for the sport with the quality of its products. In Asia, the company invested in local athletes and created designs that reflected regional aesthetic preferences. This ability to adapt while maintaining a consistent identity allowed Nike to connect emotionally with consumers all over the world. But Nike's global expansion went beyond products and marketing. The brand began to influence fashion, music, and even social movements. The "Just Do It" campaign, launched in 1988, became one of the most recognized slogans on the planet. It resonated with the mindset of overcoming obstacles, encouraging people to push their limits, not just in sports but in all aspects of life. This cultural impact solidified Nike as a brand that transcends the sports market and becomes an intrinsic part of global popular culture. However, as Nike expanded and its influence grew, the company also faced significant criticisms and challenges, particularly related to its manufacturing practices overseas. Challenges and controversies. In the 1990s, Nike found itself at the center of a storm of criticism. Reports and investigations began to expose poor working conditions in the subcontracted factories where its products were made, particularly in Asia. Allegations of child labor, unfair wages, and unsafe conditions threatened to tarnish the company's reputation. The image of a brand that symbolized triumph and victory was now associated with exploitation and abuse. This controversy was a defining moment for Nike. The company could have denied or downplayed the criticisms, but instead, it chose a different path, acknowledging its mistakes and working to correct them. Nike implemented a series of significant reforms in its supply chain, establishing stricter codes of conduct for suppliers and increasing the transparency of its operations. Additionally, the company committed to improving working conditions in its factories, closely monitoring the practices of its production partners. These changes didn't happen overnight, and Nike faced a long road to regain public trust. However, by taking responsibility and engaging in real improvements, Nike not only saved its reputation but also positioned itself as a leader in corporate social responsibility. This period of challenges served as a test of the company's resilience and demonstrated its ability to adapt and grow in the face of adversity. With lessons learned and reforms in place, Nike managed to rise even stronger and more influential. And now, we can understand the formula that has kept Nike at the top for so many decades. Conclusion: the Nike formula. Nike's success cannot be attributed to a single factor. Instead, it's the result of a unique combination of strategic vision, constant innovation, brilliant marketing, and the ability to adapt to global changes and challenges. From its humble beginnings as a small shoe company to becoming a global empire worth billions of dollars, Nike has always focused on one clear goal: to be the best. The company has managed to turn its products into cultural symbols, its campaigns into global movements, and its challenges into opportunities for growth. Over the years, Nike has reinvented itself countless times, but it has always maintained the essence of its brand, a brand that inspires people to push their limits and to just do it. This ability to evolve while staying true to its core mission is what ensures that Nike will continue to dominate the sneaker industry and influence generations of consumers. When you look at the swoosh, you're not just seeing a logo, you're seeing a story of innovation, challenge, and above all, victory. If you enjoyed this journey through Nike's history and want to learn more about how other brands or historical figures became legends, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get updates on our next videos. Also, be sure to like this video and share it with friends who might be inspired by these stories. And, of course, let us know in the comments, what's your favorite story of triumph in the business world? We're excited to hear from you.